Ben Davison is a great hand rapper. Probably the 131st hand rapper I've ever had on the list. You knew Ben?
Yeah, and he's the 131st.
I'd met Tyson and I knew sort of about his, not many times, only once or twice, and I knew sort of what sort of character he was and what he was going through at the time. And when he come over, I thought he's not interested in doing any boxing. But it was a bit of company anyway for Billy Joe throughout the 2-week training camp that we was doing. Anyway, I remember wrapping him up. He got gloved up and we got in the ring, and I remember he just stood there, looked at me and laughed, and he was just so happy to start doing a bit of training. I thought that was when I thought maybe he does want to come back, and he's still got love for the sport. At first, he come in the gym and I knew what his personality was like. I got to know him by this point, and he sort of blew hot and cold. And I thought my main goal at the minute, at first, before getting him back into condition, was getting his love back for the sport, him enjoying it and wanting to train, because nobody knew how long it'd take at first. You know, it was a mammoth task. It was mission impossible, to be honest with you, at first. Everybody thought he was finished. A lot of people thought he was finished, and you know, to be honest, sometimes I would sit on the sofa and look across, and I remember thinking to myself, I don't know if this job can be done. But we both sort of took a risk on each other. You know, I had a gym back home, I had family back home, I had things going well for myself back home, and you know, I had to take a risk on whether he was going to commit to it or not, and go through with it, and go through that mammoth task and the hard work that it's been. You know, I had to trust him that he was going to do that. And he had to put his trust in me that I could give him the level of what he needed. I've spent a lot of time around a lot of top trainers and gained an invaluable ton of experience. I knew when to push him and when not to push him. I knew the signs of when he was starting to fatigue. I knew when he was going to be sore, when he was not going to be sore, when to take my foot off the pedal and when to put my foot on the pedal. And that was my job, to make sure that it was a good balance, that he enjoyed it, but the work was getting done.
It's amazing that he's come back from where he was. He wasn't just fat. He never just put a load of weight on. He was down. It was a state. Horrible. Listen, I'm fat. He was fatter than what I am. He was in a bad way, and he was in a worse way than what we thought he was, because we didn't know what was going on. You know, if you asked him, he never got any sympathy from us. We'd say, "You're a fool. You're seeking attention. You're a clown." We'd just criticise him. Get your grip. Get an act together. But what he was going through, what people know, it was hard. A man needs goals, no matter what he's doing, even if he don't need the money or whatever, whether he's helping somebody, he needs a goal. And I think he knows now, you know, that's what he's got to do.
It makes the hairs on the back of my neck stand up talking about it, because nobody would ever know the deepness and the truth of this journey, you know. I just wanted to see this man back happy and enjoying life again, and from the position that he was in to where he is now is unexplainable, to be honest. There's not even words I could come out with it. He knows that Deontay Wilder's a very, very good fighter, a very good champion. He's definitely got respect for Deontay Wilder, but we've got a job to do. I think he's the most dangerous fighter in world boxing. He's a freak of nature, similar to Tyson, but they've both got different attributes, being freak of natures. He's 6'7", weighs about 15.5 stone. He's lightning quick, punches like a horse kicking. He's got a long reach. You know, he's a very, very dangerous man, and I've said it before, and I think that this win will be the biggest win in history boxing, coming from where Tyson's come from. And I might be biased, but knowing where Tyson's come from, I believe that this will be the biggest win in history of boxing.
Tyson's a big brother to me, and for me to be with him, I think it's given him extra boost too, to keep him laughing and joking, and it's keep me going too, because a few years ago you used to see a Tyson who used to be a showman. To be honest with me, because I've been with him so long and been around him, and I used to think, oh, Tyson, behave, you're 6'9", you're 20 stone, you're heavyweight champion of the world, will you behave? And sometimes I never used to click on to him, do you know what I mean? Because one day you see him, because even now, you see him 1 minute he's high, then he's low, and you don't know which way to take Tyson, do you know what I mean? And I used to think, oh, he's in one of these silly moods again, come on, let's have a laugh, let's have a ride out. But when I finally found out like he was suffering really bad, it really hurt me, to be honest with you, because to see someone who I care about, and it was like a brother to me in a dark place like that, it was very hard, and I'm just more than happy to see him back. Never mind boxing again. This is just a dream to see him back here fighting for a world title again. But apart from that, I was just happy to see him back in a good place.